Hey everyone, it is the 20th of April of 2024. It's starting to get a bit late, isn't it? It's starting to get a bit dark outside. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this for the 2 hours, or rather, I don't know if I'm going to want to do this for the 2 hours that I normally do. But it's been a few days. I thought let's do some more work on my graphical diary. Doing some research now since last time. There's been a couple of things that come to mind to see if I'd be able to like line things up a bit better. I was okay for one. Where is it? Right. Rayman Raving Rabbids. I might figure out it was Raving Rabbids 2. Here's how I did that. Turned out I actually did another video series in 2011. And I did. It's so bad. Like I always look. I mean, not that the things I do now are like amazing or anything, but I always, whenever I look at something from however many years ago it is, I always think, oh my god, that was awful. But yeah. So if I just take a little screenshot, just to show you. In 2011, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna talk about my games and stuff, which I completely forgot about, but I just remembered. And in it, there's me holding up Rayman Raving Rabbids 2, saying I got it with the with the Wii. So, Raving Rabbids 2. There's your answer. In which case, I can. Hold on. One second. Oh, I need to adjust the window size here. Okay. Rayman Raving Rabbids 2. Release date 16th of November 2007. That does not help. That does not help. Oh well. It doesn't narrow it down anymore. And also the Final Fantasy Fables. It's not Chocobo Mystery Dungeon. It's just Chocobo Dungeon, I think. 1 second. Yeah, it's Chocobo's Dungeons. Let's just change the name on that. Right, I am actually going to turn my light up a bit because it is getting dark and I want to be able to see. Oh. And you see, the thing is, I can't quite touch type, so I do need some light. Much to my dismay, I don't like having the light up much. Anyway, Wind Waker should be 2 words, not 1. So yeah, I'm thinking. Hold on. So I could Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon. I could say that this is no later than the 2011 video. So that would be 2011 because I do have it marked. I've got to do this backwards. 3, 10. Right. So I think I might actually just check. You know what? PS2. So this bit here, I could maybe close those down a bit. If I go back and look, as I've got my PS2 games, part 1. Oh my goodness, there's a 2009 rendition as well. Yee. Interesting. I might be able to narrow it down a little more. Oh, hold on, 2009. So I've got my PS2 games. 1 second. So I'm gonna show you quickly. I have these are privated. So I have this here. So I could maybe reduce a little bit more from that, combined with the 2011 videos. So I mean, it's not going to help much though. It's only going to help for these few here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at these ones here, and depending on what you see in these videos. I'm not playing the audio. I am not playing the audio. Right. So for example, this is part 1. And this is me showing, yep, look, I've got this disc here. I'm at core 2. Let's I'm at core 3. Hold on. So what do I have? I'm going to do this off screen. Hold on. So I'm looking for first Art and Core 2. Art and Core 2. Right. Let's so this is from this set of videos here. So this would be so this is hold on. Art and Core 2. This is 2009. And it's the 25th of August. Yeah, which was really, I completely forgot about these. It's a good job I managed to find them. Makes it a bit easier to narrow some things down. So there's Art and Core 2. Next up, okay, Tire Iris 2, Breath of Fire, Dragon Quarter. I'm looking for ones that are specifically on this bit here. So next up on this alphabetically here will be Dynasty Warriors 2. So let's skip forward. Disgaea 2. Oh, Dynasty Warriors 3. Aha. So, see Dragon Quest 8 there. Right, oh yeah, this is Dragon Quest 8, it's an amazing game, blah blah blah. And here, as I continue to talk, Dynasty Warriors 3. So Dynasty Warriors 2 must be after this then. I mean, the thing with Dynasty Warriors 2 is that I didn't really play it, but I got it in a bundle. I think I mentioned this before. I got it in a bundle where it was a case of we were able to get a bunch of games from Amazon for like £1 because there was like a seller selling them all for a penny where you had to pay for the shipping. So it was like a very, very small amount of money. Let's go on Dynasty Warriors 4. So what am I looking for next after Dynasty Warriors 2 alphabetically? D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. Need for Speed Pro Street. Right, so let's okay. So here I am on part 2 of this. And let's see if I can find, okay, Final Fantasy 10, 10-2. Where's the ends? Jack and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, Clanor 2. I could watch these in my own time and maybe gather a bit more information because I might actually say something. Need for Speed Pro Street, okay. So copy you onto there. Now is Odin Sphere here? Not quite yet. Let's go to part 3. Oh, and first thing that comes up is Odin Sphere. Right. So I've got Odin Sphere no later than that day. O PQRS, and then it goes to S, which Shadow Hearts, I think. Yeah. So okay, Rayman 3, Rogue Galaxy. There's one Shadow Hearts, Shadow Hearts Covenant, and then Shadow Hearts from the New World. Yes, 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 yes. It's there. Again, another game I didn't play, but who cares? Right. And then it's going to be Persona 3, FES, the Digital Devil Saga, the Digital Devil Saga 2. Oh yeah, I got the soundtrack as that as well. Oh, okay, so it's the end of that one. I see Soul Nomad on this. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that I got, at least to me, that I had Soul Nomad before this. Right. I had Nocturne. Or Lucifer's Call, rather. But I didn't actually play that game. I don't know. I don't even think it's worth including. Oh, yeah. Persona 3 FES. And Persona 4. And then Soul Nomad. Oh, Sims 2, Soul Calibur, Soul Nomad and the World Eaters. Yeah, so here's Soul Nomad as well. Oh, it's an excellent game. Oh, I'm going to have to watch these. I'm going to cringe the whole time. I have to watch these in my own time. Might have some information hidden inside. Anyway, so there's that. Then there's the ones from 2011. Which so what am I looking for? Dynasty Warriors 2. So let's check out part 1 of this series. Like, oh, hello everyone, I'm gonna... Oh my goodness, I showed the... Ah, look at this. I showed like the container that I have. The container I have saying like, look, this is the first box. The box is from the 20... Oh, that doesn't narrow it down at all. Yeah, I remember those boxes. Oh, here's Armored Core 2, Armored Core 3. The Broken Sword. Canna's Canna Medit. Dark Cloud. Yeah, so some of them were just basically the so the random box of assorted games must be between those 2 days. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold on, just double check. Where's that? Duel Masters, Dynasty Tactics, Dynasty Warriors 2. Yeah, so Dynasty Warriors 2 is no earlier than the 2011 video, and that was on the 27th of September. But it was after the... Hold on. We'll do this here, because it was after the previous one, which was 2009. You know what? I'm going to change this. I'm going to change Dynasty Warriors 2 to Amazon Bundled. That's what I'm going to call it. So it was a 20. It was the 25th of August 2009. The 2009 ones are much better quality. But oh yeah, here I am. I'm going to not show the whole thing. But look, I'm holding Dynasty Warriors 2 today. Look at this. So I'm going to replace Dynasty Warriors 2 with Amazon Bundle. I'm going to add a note. So I'm going to say Broken Sword something or other. Kind of edit Duel Masters Dynasty Warriors 2. Dynasty Tactics. I don't think Dynasty Warriors 2 Extreme Legends. What is that? Dynasty Warriors 5. Oh, I got Dynasty Warriors 5. Yeah, again, I got it, but I didn't play it. Is that Gran Turismo 3? Oh, I don't particularly want to do this bit right now. Hold on. Here's me going through some more games. Guitar Hero. I've already got that down, don't I? Yes. Grim Grimoire. Jack and Daxter. Kingdom Hearts 2. Klonoa 2. Magna Carta. Makai Kingdom, yep. Oh my goodness. This is very... Oh, what's that random white box? Oh, Need for Speed Carbon. Oh yeah. Let's add that to the Amazon bundle. I still have that actually, because I have that. Hold on. I have another spreadsheet here, just called inventory. I've got disc binder random discs in, and let's see if this works. Oof, not quite. Okay, let's screenshot. Not very good quality. But yeah, as you can see, I got Need for Speed Carbon, I've got anything there. Now you may be wondering about, oh, what's this? Tiger Woods, Point Blank? Yeah, so those are different story altogether. I once managed to buy a PS3 for like £2 or £3 on eBay auction. And I sold it off, and a PS2 came with Tiger Woods. Yeah, they had it was a local collection only PS3 on auction, and I was the only bidder, so I managed to get a PS3 along with oh, hold on, a PS3, a PS2, and a bunch of like controllers and stuff, and it came to £3. That was a very interesting scenario I found myself in there. What was I doing? Right, let's get out of that. Right. Let's continue on. Need to be Carbon. Yep, need to be Prostrate. Phantom Brave, Fantasy Star Online, Order Sphere, Okami, Onimusha 3. Oh, is that the demo disc I'm showing? Hold on, what's this? Oh, it's a different demo disc. Don't think that one was mine though. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is a second lot of PS2 games, and this is the label on the box. Man, it's so bad. Okay, Rayman 3, Red Faction. I wonder which Red Faction game that was. Or was it just Red Faction? Let's add it on here. Don't think it matters, but it might help a little bit. Right, Robot Wars, Rogue Galaxy, Samurai Warriors, Shadow Hearts. Let's add right, so yeah, Shadow Hearts Covenant. Shot from this new world. Double Summoner. Let's not forget Samurai Warriors. I've still got to add that. There's me talking. Just skipping Soul Calibur 3. Soul Nomad, Spyro, Star Ocean. I realise this is really boring right now. Tekken Tag Tournament. Right, just adding all of these. Right, Samurai Warriors, Tekken Tag Tournament. Okay. Theme Park World, Time Space Future Perfect, Tony Hawk's 3. That was the first one. Tony Hawk's 4. Right. Was it all of them? There's also my GameCube games, but I don't think, yeah, there's any added. Right, okay. Well, that's that. I think I'll leave that bit for now. So there are a few other little things I'm trying to like narrow down a bit. But these, it's yeah. So the Amazon bundles. Let's put a note there saying 2009 video, because yeah, Yeah, I forgot I did a few of those. So that's narrowed down a few things a little bit. Um, what I would like to do is to sort of see if I can put things in like a particular order, as it were. Like, see if I can. Um. Oh, hold on. Oh no, I was thinking about GameCube games. I was thinking about, oh yeah, they'll be in the particular um what was it? I don't know. Don't know what I'm talking about. But maybe. See, ideally, what I'd like is to move more stuff from down here to up here. So I could give like a vague idea of what was early and what was late. Um, and I need to sort of like think about like events and memories and stuff. So like the GameCube was definitely no later than that day there. So earliest data photo of GameCube, and that is Sonic Mega Collection was released. So between those 2 days, it was after a break because I came back and I showed that kid in my class, the Nintendo kid, as I'm calling him. Um, was talking to him about the games and all that. I think one thing I could do is I could make like a new sheet and start working a bit further back and start to think about PS1 games, and then I could maybe try and merge them together a bit. But PS1 came before what was it? I don't know what I'm saying. There's one. Hold on. There is one. Before I do any of that, though, there is one thing I would like to try to uh, figure out. Now, I have a video from one Christmas, and this is. I've managed to reduce it down to either. No, I'm not going to show the video because it has people in it. But I managed to reduce it because this was because my dad got me a like a camcorder, and so there's a bit at my dad's house where we're trying it out, and then there's a bit at home where I'm trying it out. But the bit at home isn't actually like it's like the video itself is me with my phone recording my TV as I've got like a VHS in, or like the camera itself hooked up. Man, you know, it really feels like such a shame that like I got these presents and stuff and then just didn't use them. So like I got like my dad gave me a camcorder one Christmas, and beyond that day I didn't use it. And it feels really disappointing. But enough lamenting. Now, this first one, which I'm not showing, I have it. I've deduced that it is either 2003 or 2004. Um. So there's a few ways of which I've deduced that. So, I'm going to take a little. Hold on. So this image here is on this little snippet here is my brother's GameCube, because he got the GameCube that Christmas and he got his GameCube after me. So because it was after me and I got my GameCube in 2003, it can't have been earlier than 2003, because I know he got it after me. And the way that I know it could have been 2004 is because on the other video, 1 second, this is where I'm pointing. This is the other part where I'm using my phone to record my TV screen. 1 second. When it loads. Right, so this is going to look quite awkward. So, right, and this is the same. So this is the same day. So this is going to be a screenshot of a video from my phone, which I use pointing at my TV. And so this is going to look weird, but here's the start of this video here. Now, this was the arrangement of my bedroom. Now, I've got that alarm clock there. I still use that. I had a keyboard. I remember getting that at the same time that I got my first mobile, my first phone. And as you can see, I've got the sound station here. I've got my PS2 there, GameCube there. So this was the same. This was the same Christmas that my brother got his GameCube, and I got my computer, my first computer, in 2005. And see, this where this keyboard is here. That is once 2005 hit. That is where my computer was. And that's where I'm currently sitting now on my laptop. But that was where my first computer was. And I got that in 2005. So, it's definitely either 2003 or 2004. And I don't know which one it is. And I don't quite know how or if I can find out. Now, I'm going to play this video a little more. Okay, the hard drive's loading. Right? So, I'm sure you're not seeing this is me off screen. This is me going up to the door. Washing basket in the doorway, and there's me going outside and me calling my uncle to come in, and he's like, "Oh no, you got a camera, don't point that thing at me," and he walks off. Right? And anyway, I'm talking to him for a bit, and then I turn around and I come back into my room. Right? And I'm looking at my keyboard. Right. Now, hold on. I'm going to back up a little bit. Okay, so this screenshot here, right? It gives it like an extra like sweeping like a pan around at the room. Now, a few things to note. One is that for a while my bed wasn't against the window. Eventually, I moved it so that it was against the window, but it was actually against the wall further to the left of the view here. And I've got the big CRT TV there, and so it was. Oh, now I've mentioned before that I got that CRT TV because that was originally the old downstairs TV. Yeah, it's not like in this. Right, and there's me pointing at the PS. Right, hold on. Oh, yep. I'm just looking around. Can't see. I can see my sound station, my TV and stuff. Hold on. There's something on top of the sound station. I don't know what it is though. Right. Let me turn back to my uncle, and he's like, "Oh no, stop filming me." He's walking through and stuff, and then he leaves. And I turn back and pointing the camera outside. Oh, man, I really do regret not using this more. Pointing the camera outside, and I think I'm looking at the TV. Hold on. Right. So this is another view from the shot. I don't know. That looks like a keyring of sorts, but I can't remember what it is. There's my alarm, and from what I can see, it does say 25 at 12:25. It was at 1:14 or 1:19 p.m. That won't be significant. And by the looks of it, if you look at these two, oh man, these two things up here, I think one of those boxes might be from the memory card, because I had two memory cards that came in like these CD cases, like had memory card holders in. I'm wondering if I can check the files on there. I do have the file saved on my computer. Right. Hold on. I'm going to have to... Okay, copying the file onto the laptop itself, so it doesn't have to like load. Yeah, because loading directly from the hard drive is it's a physical hard drive, whereas the laptop uses like an SSD. So if I just copy it across, that makes it easier for me to just play and just try to examine. I mean, it would be good if I could do this on screen, but there's just, like I said, there's people in it, so I don't particularly want to. Right. Yeah, so I don't know what information I can really gather from this. I'm looking, there's a shot where like I'm pointing at the bed. So, right, yeah, I'm not getting any more information from that. So, let's put it this way. Right, so this day here, where so and so came over when playing, when TV was switched to the big one, We were talking about Final Fantasy X. So, if that can't have been Christmas 2005, it must have been no later than Christmas 2004. So let's change this date to 2004, 25, 12, 20. Oh, I've got to do it backwards. Oh, I keep forgetting. Christmas Day 2004. After that day. So why is it? Hold on. What's going on? Why is that day significant? Was that the earliest of Final Fantasy X? Yeah, alright, okay. No, it couldn't have been. Oh, it would have been around the time that we started there. Right, I'm going to load up my actual graphical diary here and go to... and go and have a look. Scroll up to 2004. 2004... December, going to highlight that. In 2003... December. Yeah, that doesn't really help. Can't glean any more information from that, I don't think. Right, but I'll tell you what I do remember. And again, I don't think this is relevant. But oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Okay. So, here's a few bits of information. In 2003, right, there was a time in, and I very much remember this was 2003, right, and it will have been, because if you remember, this was when Final Fantasy Origins came out. Have I got it written down on here? Yeah, Final Fantasy Origins there came out on that day, the same day as Red Nose Days when I got it. There was a day in 2003, well, not really a day, but it was. I remember it was the summer of 2003. This is what I used to do, right? So, oh man, right. Summer 2003, I used to play Final Fantasy 2 on my TV there, and I would play Final Fantasy 2. I discovered Against the Grain by Bad Religion, the song Against the Grain. I was listening to that song constantly, and I would sit on the floor down here and I'd drink glasses of lemonade and eat little cocktail sausages constantly. Just constantly. I was just eating loads of cocktail sausages. So, so that was 2003. Now, I remember 2003 being the... oh, hold on. That might... That day... Where is it? That day there. Is that the day of the... Ah, that's the photo from... Right. So this photo here, remember there's like a batch of photos from... there was a batch of photos with these. It actually had my small TV in. So the small TV... I had the small TV in 2003. When was Red Nose Day was in March? Was last modified in May. Right, hold on. Let's go to... Right. Let's go to my images. From all devices, from disk 2003. Computer stuff. Right. So this image here, that's my old TV on the side there, on the left. That was the first, like, so I had that in my old room. It was like a small TV. I had a couple of small TVs, but that was the best of the small TVs. It was like a weird creamy colour, as you can see there. Let's check the properties of that image. Properties. Modified the 28th of May 2003. Is that the day I've got written down? It is. Right. Let's make a note of that. Should have made these notes before. Date of image of old TV. Now that was after Red Nose Day. So I had Final Fantasy Origins, so maybe I played it on the floor. I played Final Fantasy Origins on the floor with a smaller TV. But I remember it being the big one. I remember it being the big one towards the end of 2003. Because I just remember playing Final Fantasy 7 on the big screen in my room at that time. So I don't quite know if that is if that is 2003. Man, I think it's something that I'm going to have to really... There's so many, like, days to, like, balance and hone in on. Now, where am I? Right. I mean, so the Christmas 2003 or 2004, one of those two. So that means, I mean, I'm trying to think. So during the event of that person coming over to my house, when the TV, on the day the TV was being switched over, before that happened, I was talking to Bridge in school, and I was telling him about Final Fantasy 2, and he was asking what we were talking about. I said Final Fantasy 2, and then that was when he told me that he knew he had Final Fantasy 10. So I was talking about Final Fantasy 2. So that would have been, that event would have been 2003. So yeah, and he started the school in that year as well, towards the end of 2003. But if it was towards the end of 2003, and the Christmas video is 2003, then that would narrow down days down a bit more. But it could be 2004. So I'm really not getting anywhere with this. But I think what I will do is I think I will go a little bit further back. I need to stop slouching. If we go a little bit further back, you may remember in that video I had a keyboard. Now, I remember I got the keyboard one Christmas, and it was the same Christmas I got my first mobile. So you may remember the classic. Hold on. You may remember the classic. The classic, the 3310. The one that everyone had. I had the one before that. Hold on. Right, so this image here. Right, hold on. Right, the Nokia 3310 and 11 other classic models we loved. So this, let's expand this out. This one here, the one on the left, that's the one that I had. So the 3310, that's from 2000. 5110, that was the one I had. So the Nokia 5110, and that came out in 1998. So that could have been Christmas of... Do I have anything for Christmas of 2000? I think I know a Christmas of 2000. Hold on, right, let's go back here. So Tony Hawk's 3 was 2001, and that was the PS1 version came out as well. Hold on, let's double check that. Tony Hawk's 3. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Release. Yeah, the PlayStation and the PS2 was November 30th of 2001. And I had Tony Hawk's 3 after... I don't know if I'm getting anywhere with this. I had Tony Hawk's 3 after... the PS2 version after the PS1 version before I had a PS2. And so I remember, I think I had it for a few months, and so it would have been, because I remember it being snowy outside, and I remember not feeling well. And I'll tell you what else I remember around that time. I remember I got a CD. Yeah, it was shortly afterwards as well. It's not gonna help much, I don't think. The greatest guitar album ever. Right. So this was called the best air guitar album in the world ever. I got this because it has Ace of Spades on, which was on Tony Hawk's 3. Oh, and that was 2001. Oh, okay. When do I have the earliest day for the Father Ted DVD? Yeah. I mean, it was definitely after that, but it was... Man. I feel conflicted because I feel like I don't want to put things... I want to put things in, but I don't want to like change dates that I'm not entirely sure about. So... I feel like I made no progress at all whatsoever. I feel like I've changed a few little things down here and that's pretty much it. What I might do is I might start a new sheet and I might start trying to like list memories in order, or what it feels like was the order. Oh wait, hold on. Why does that say Jan 2008 video? What? No, that's not Jan 2008. That's... Hold on. Let's change that. May 2003. Photo. Man, I need the last one as well. Because I got them all in order. The Father Ted DVDs. Oh, hold on. Have I not got that down in... Yeah. Oh, I do. Hold on. No, yeah. Father Ted. I've got that. That must be Christmas 2002. I've got that down. Right. Final Fantasy Anthology and Final Fantasy 6. I remember talking to Bridge about that. Yeah, that isn't going to narrow it down. I was thinking about the I mean, there's really not much to narrow down there because at least not for 6 at least. But I believe I got 4, 5, and 6 together. But I don't know. I feel like I'm really not making much progress on this. So let's... I'm going to make a new sheet here. I'm going to call it Vague Memories. Right, so... all my memories relating to Bridge. Right. So it's been established that I went to his birthday on 2002, and then it started. So we'll put start. And we'll say I'll put, okay, August 2002. You know what, right? I can't believe this. I've just remembered. I actually have, hold on. I have a spreadsheet for general record, record keeping, and in it I made a page for memories. So, I mean, obviously I'm not going to go into all of these because a lot of them, some of them are quite personal. Yeah, it doesn't quite go into enough detail. I've made a list of different different memories of just different little notes, not much, say oh, summer 2003 for example. It's going to be weird, but I'm going to do this. Right. Let's copy paste this image of a previous spreadsheet so you can see. Summer 2003, played FF2, ate cocktail sausages, bed was against back wall, had lemonade from big Coke glasses that were new. Yes. So I've already talked about that. Now it says 2005. I remember 2005 because it was when I got the Panic at the Disco album. I've made that on here. That will be in my main monthly view of the Graphical Diary. iToy Play 3. My brother had iToy Play 3. And Pork Soda. I listened to Pork Soda by good old Primus. Anyway, 1 second. Okay. I'm going to search iToy Play 3. Right, release date. Is there an iToy Play 3? Okay, well the original came out in 2003. iToy iToy Groove. Oh yeah, I remember that. iToy Play 2. iToy Play 3. November 2005. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh man, I mean, the thing with memories is that they're so like, some of them can be so vivid. Like I'm thinking of that, and then I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I had this rosy lip balm and this weird lip balm, and I remember I played the Addams Family on Christmas Day, or was it Boxing Day? I think it was Christmas Day on an emulator, and like the Mega Drive version. And I was remembering that was when I was really getting into Primus, and then I used that for our Midge's work and all that. Right. I'm just thinking. Right, so vague memories. It starts about August of hold on, I tell you what. Bring this down. And so this is vague memories. So we'll have date and then memory. So Final Fantasy. So that was when I started after FFX, after completing Final Fantasy X. Now there's a few different phases in this set of memories that I have. The first one, some of the older ones, are playing a lot of Smash Bros. Melee. I remember seeing Dynasty Warriors 3 from him, but Dynasty Warriors 3 is in this photo, whereas Smash Melee is not. So they must be the other way around. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing there. Dynasty Warriors 3. So this must be sometime early 2003. Hold on, 2002. So 2002 Christmas was when I got Tony Hawk's 4 and Father Ted Series 2 Part 1. I don't know if Dynasty Warriors 3 came before or after that. And we've got Smash Bros. Melee. Where are we? GameCube. Super Smash Bros. Melee. It was definitely long before 2008. It's just that's the... Like, there's no other... I've got no hard evidence that it was like loads later than that, but I remember that Smash Melee was soon afterwards. That was like early. There was an Age of Empires 2 phase, because I played it with other friends from school online, and he did a little bit, but he not much. And there was also a phase where we used to go onto GameSpot. You remember GameSpot, the website, and look up what new RPGs there were. Because this was a time when we were just getting into RPGs, so we actually went on, like, we actually looked online and started typing out like RPGs, and then we started like writing them down, like, oh, I'm interested in that one, I'm interested in that one. And remember that he got hold on, so this is, so we'll say this is pre-May 2003. We'll say this is post-May 2003. Again, I'm just going to do date rough here. Right. Context. So post-May 2003, and then there's Age of Empires 2. Again, there's going to be more like stages and stuff that I'm going to remember, but there's Age of Empires 2. We looked up online to see if we could find RPGs. And I got Digital Devil Saga, he got Magna Carta. I got Digital Devil Saga, and then I got Disgaea 2. He got Magna Carta and Xenosaga Episode 2. So, do I have them listed here? Magna Carta. No, I don't. Let's actually do that. Let's actually look that up. Now, if I just search Magna Carta, it's going to be about the actual the actual Magna Carta itself. Magna Carta. The Phantom of Avalanche, is that it? I don't think that's it. Also known as just Magna Carta. Magna Carta series. Man, I don't know. Oh, look, let's just search Magna Carta PS2. Tears of Blood, that's it. Okay. So this was released in Europe. That was 2006, so that was still a ways off. Yeah. So looked up RPGs on GameSpot, and that was, hold on, let's Digital Devil Saga / Disgaea 2. I mean, I know Disgaea 2 is a bit, I don't know if Disgaea 2 is part of this. I think it might have been, I don't know. The particular one, Magna Carta slash the Saga episode 2. RPG on GameSpot, digital Magna Carta. Let's hold on. Let's get this in here. So it was the 6th, April the 7th. That was Magna Carta. I forgot Disgaea 2. Yeah, that was 2006. Hold on. Digital Devil Saga. That's 2006. And I mean, this must be 2006 when we're doing this, because if they're on, you know, if you search at the wrong GameSpot, so it must be 2006 that we're doing this. What else was there? Forgot. Xenosaga 2. Yeah. Yeah, so it's either, it was after that. Yeah. So we'll just say like mid to late 2006. So what else was there? I mean, there was the phase where we were playing lots of Game Maker games. Like, we were making Game Maker games, and I believe that was 2005, because this was, I'm associating it with Panic at the Disco and Primus and what else was there? We just used to like make games like downstairs. You know what? Okay, I'm going to have a look at my where am I? What am I doing? Right. Let's look through my files. Right. Archives. Just noticed on my memories list in my memories list in what's it called, in my main records sheet, I have that I played Odin Sphere mid 2008. Well, let's quickly check. I feel like I'm doing this a bit haphazardly, but where am I? Odin Sphere. I played it in mid 2008. Under what context? What else can I pair that memory with? I don't know if I can really pair that memory with anything. It says GNVFLA by Less Than Jake. The album comes out. Less Than Jake's album GNVFLA came out. I definitely remember that. I don't associate that with Odin Sphere. Right. Ooh. So, Old computers. Lord. Right. So I'm looking. I've got archives from older old laptops and computers and memory, like USB sticks and all that. So I'm trying to find. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I've got this video here, 2007. Ah, no, that doesn't help. Game Maker 7 examples. Test RPG 2007. I remember it wouldn't have been 2007, it would have been around 2005 that we were you know what, I'm going to do late 2005 question mark downstairs, using Game Maker a lot. What else? I remember Time Splitters. Played a bit of Time Splitters. I think that was later on. When did Time Splitters Future Perfect come out? Okay, it might have been around that time. And I remember it being. See, sometimes like I kind of remember these things based on like weather, I suppose. So, like for example, I remember playing Time Splitters Future Perfect a lot when it was dark, so that could have been early 2006. Could have been late 2006. Hold on, what's this? I'm just loading up images now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that. Don't know why. It doesn't help, does it? Right. I've got ROMs to work on new. Oh man. Man, this is a treasure. Sometimes these things can be a bit of a treasure trove, where a lot of it's just me looking around, finding things, going like, oh wow, look at that thing, and it's not really helping me narrow things down. It's not really helping that much at all. If I look on, old external storage, USBs. So on USB 1, oh man, do I dare load this up? Oh. Games I like. Man. What a load of rubbish. And then at the end I've got things like, just like things added onto the end, like La Pucelle. I've never played that game. Rhapsody. I've never played that game either. Right. Ignore that. I'm trying to find uh the trying to find the like the files of like Game Maker games that we did on the that were on the files from the USB sticks. Okay, not that one. Number 3, fish interface. No, that was you. That includes some uni work here. Picture. Oh man, just this is yeah. Do you remember when this is just me. Hold on, what the hell is this? Oh, da, 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 da. Man, I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of hold on. Let's. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Just realizing that it's opening in like I'm checking something out and I'm realizing it's opening in my main window. Do you remember back when YouTube used to let you change the backgrounds and stuff? Like, oh, now it opens on this one. Look, here's one that I used for a bit. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. I guess. Oh, hold on. Level design. Oh no. No. Okay. Okay. I'm realizing that I'm just not providing any content or context for anything here. And so I think that is going to have to be that for that. Man, I mean, I'm really struggling to figure this out. There's a few other things. So, Warriors, Orochi. So there was, because his brother got a 360. Let's just work on this for now. His brother got a 360 at one point. Why did I do that? Oh, 1 second. Yeah, his brother got a 360 at one point. And so they had Warriors Orochi. Lost Odyssey was towards the end because I stopped going over to that house. It was soon after. I'll say mid 2008. Say end. Soon after the what's it called? Came out. GMVFLA by Less Than Jake. But there's Warriors Archie and Lost Odyssey. Let's do a search for 2007. Okay. So it would have been 2008. Oh really? 2000 on the leap day as well. So that would have been 2008. Right. Mid 2008. Oh man, that gap would have been small then. Is it early 2008 question mark? I put a note there saying game came out 29/02 2008. I used to watch. We got to a point where we used to watch a lot of Scrubs as well. But 2007 was when, let's say mid 2007, was when I did Is It Over Tell You Iris 2, and then I'll say I used to have Baby Bells and Milkshake and oh, that was at 2007. I believe it was. Yes, because that was when I completed Ocarina of Time. It was shortly after I completed Ocarina of Time. You know, I've got GameCube memory cards. I mean, one thing I could do maybe one day is see if I could hook those memory cards up to, like, if I get access to a GameCube or a Wii or something, hook those memory cards up and see if I can get the date of the last time that those save files were loaded up. That might help. So there's Tell You Iris 2, Baby Bells, Milkshake, and Caramel Snacker Jacks. Yes, I was in a very, very unhealthy phase. And also, I'd just say New Maps of Hell. That was the Bad Religion album that came out on July the 10th. So it'd been like a bit after that. And also, I started working on a game called Ez. And I know that because in that game I put some graffiti in it that said Velocity 11 was a 2K7. That's how I remember that one. When did Warriors Origin come out? I mean, I might have already checked this before. Warriors Origin 2007. On PS2 and 360. The end of 2007. Okay. We put late 2007. And I remember there was an early time, a time early on, in the early days, used to play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube. I think Age of Empires 2 was a bit after that. So I can't really say it was before or after Age of Empires 2. When did... Because I had some friends in school that were getting into Age of Empires 2. And I played it a little bit at my dad's house first before getting it for myself. Hold on. Let's do a search. Age of Empires 2. Conquerors expansion, because that's it was the gold edition. Age of Empires 2 The Conquerors 2000. Right, yep, that does not help. That doesn't help. Age of Empires 2 The Conquerors. And what else was there? Let's search Age of Empires 2 Gold Edition, because that's what I had. Man, it's not there. Can I? Oh, hold on. Gold Edition. It's the gold edition Age of Empires 2. expansion pack, The Conquerors, will it released as the gold edition? No, it's not. It's not going to tell me, is it? Hold on. Is it? No, it's just telling me. Just search through. It just says all the like gold is a resource. Age of Empires 2 Gold Edition. Yeah. Don't know if there's a release date for it. No. Right. So okay, another thing I can search up. When was the hold on. This is going to seem completely random, but Doctor Who Olympics episode. When children vanished into thin air in 2012. Ah, yeah. It was set in the future. In 2012, London, Doctor and Rose find the answers in a seemingly ordinary household and a girl whose drawings can come to life. Because there was a time when they used to sit downstairs and watch a lot of Doctor Who. It was during the David Tennant days. And the episode was June of 2006. So... okay. I'll put June. I'll put June 2006. Watched Doctor Who downstairs. And then I'll make a note saying Olympics episode on 24/06/2006. So I've got some memories laid out there. I don't know how much that helps. Right. So I'm gonna end this here. I think next time what I might do is I might try and leave this and then go back in time and do like the late 90s or something. See how that goes. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.